she's interested in dragons, not marriage. Hello guys, welcome back to Sophie Reacts. Have a wonderful day. Today we're going to be reacting to House of the Dragon Season 1 Episode 2. This episode is called The Rogue Prince. So without further ado, let's dive into this reaction. They kept the same theme song. Yes! Yes, the best decision ever. Blood. Fire and blood. I have no idea what this means, but it does look like a model city. Maybe like the one Viserys is making?
4 ships have now been lost. The last one was flying my banner. The Stepstones have now grown into a conflagration, yet you sit here and dither about court business.
No respect at all.
I want to seize the Stepstones by force and burn out this crab feeder.
I am not prepared to start a war with the Free Cities.
These pirates are not the Free Cities.
Who do you think provides them with their ships and tender?
They're making a point.
The king's own brother has been allowed to seize Dragonstone and fortify it with an army of his gold cloaks. Daemon has squatted there for over half a year without even a protest from the crown.
I'll caution you, Lord Corlys. A seat at the king's table does not make you his equal.
You should tell that to yourself too.
The Stepstones will be settled.
Rhaenyra has an
In
opinion.
You have dragon riders, father.
She's speaking though, like, oh,
Send us.
girl is speaking.
It would be a show of force.
At least the princess has a plan.
There's some better use for the princess's talents, Your Grace.
Excuse me? Name her heir and doesn't give her a chance to play her part? She's still wearing the necklace that Daemon gave her.
You might thank him for his loyal service, Princess.
We thank you for your loyal service to the crown, sir.
So, this is all that she's supposed to do? Smiles and courtesies? If she's not to participate in politics, why name her heir?
Sir Criston Cole.
This one is good in combat. Tarly! Right? How's Tarly with the crossbow?
You saw combat in the Stormlands.
Someone has
Dornish
a
marches,
crush.
Princess. I fought for a year as a foot
Can't
soldier
blame her,
against the
he's
Dornish
Dornish.
incursions.
I choose Sir Criston Cole.
Let's not be too hasty, Princess. There's no doubt Sir Criston
Shows
is
that he's not from a
fine
great
warrior,
house.
but houses such as Crickle and Mallister are important allies of the crown.
Of course, politics.
My father should be defended by a man who's known real combat, should he not?
Of course, Princess.
Well, let us plan Sir Criston's investiture then.
He's wearing a chain on his neck. Similar to the ones that the Maesters wear.
Do you believe that Westeros can be another Valyria, Your Grace?
That depends whether you speak of the Freehold at its height or at its fall. Over 1,000 dragons, a navy large enough to span the seas of the world. The glory of old Valyria will never be seen again.
They do spend a lot of time with each other. Felt something there.
I wish she would approach me.
What if you went to her?
There are times when I would rather face the Black Dread himself than mine own daughter of 15.
Nistux is something similar to this. Fighting wars is easier than having a daughter or something.
You do not mention our talks to Rhaenyra, do you? I fear that she wouldn't understand them.
No, Your Grace. Your father loves you. He chose you for his heir.
He didn't choose me, he spurned Daemon.
Well, if he had another candidate, things might have been different. I don't think I've seen this place in Game of Thrones.
Kneel with me.
Is this Sept of Baelor?
I find this is a way to be with my mother. I know it sounds foolish.
I don't think it's foolish.
I don't. Good. Because I thought you might try.
She's not religious? Well, it makes sense for Targaryen to not be religious.
don't want him to see me as more than his little girl.
Mine own father does not know the language of girls either. When I wish to talk with him, I know that I must make the effort.
Sucks to be a girl in this era. They clearly have a strong bond, but obviously Alicent is not being entirely, honest with Rhaenyra.
I wish to apologize for the tenor at the small council today, Your Grace. It was not my intent to make offense. I fear that the eyes of our enemies are presently fixed on the Red Keep. The Queen has passed. A girl has been named heir to the Iron Throne, the first in its history. And now a foreign power has established a colony in our most critical shipping lane.
You paint such an aspirant portrait of my reign, Lord Corlys.
Yeah.
It is an honest one, cousin.
To elude a storm, you can either sail into it or around it. But you must never await its coming.
Do you have a specific course of action to propose?
Wed our daughter, Laena. Unite the two great surviving Valyrian houses. With the Targaryen dragons and the Velaryon fleet bound in blood, you can show the realm that the Crown's strongest days are ahead. Not
From
behind.
Valyria too? I thought the Targaryens are the only surviving house from Valyria. There's another house?
This is our best chance to save the digit, Your Grace.
This is all because of smoke cut on the Iron Throne?
He proposed a marriage.
To whom? Your Grace?
The Lady Laena.
Such matters must be discussed.
He
with a
wants
small
you to
council.
marry his
That is
daughter.
what I'm doing. Presently.
The
You're
Lady
against it.
Laena is young, Your Grace.
So is your daughter.
I dearly loved my own lady wife. The pain of her passing still haunts me, and to be compelled to
Dude, you're
replace
so
her for duty's
manipulative.
sake. You are the king, but I do not envy you.
No way. No, she's this young? Oh.
What was it like flying the Black Dread? You were Balerian's last rider.
Only for a short time, before he died. With Balerion died the last memory of Valyria of old.
But Vhagar still lives.
Oh. Visenya's dragon, right?
I'm sorry?
Do you know where Vhagar is now?
The Dragon Keepers believe she made home somewhere on the coast of the Narrow Sea.
Sweetie, she's interested in dragons, not marriage.
It would be a great honor to join our houses, as they were in Old Valyria.
She's like 10.
I would give you many children of pure Valyrian blood, so that we might strengthen the royal line and the realm.
What did your mother tell you?
That I wouldn't have to bed you until I turned 14.
Viserys is like, everyone's around me is crazy. I imagine this was common back then, but like...
It bothers you, does it not?
My father is a king. It is his duty to take a new wife and strengthen his line.
I did not ask for a lesson in politics. I asked whether this bothers you.
Laena is your daughter, Princess. Does it bother you?
Of course it does. But I understand the order of things.
The dialogue!
His new wife will produce new heirs, and chances are better than not that one of those will be male. And when that boy comes of age and your father has passed, the men of the realm will expect him to be heir, not you. Because that is the order of things.
Because you learned it the hard way, right?
When I am queen, I will create a new order.
Here is the hard truth, which no one else has the heart to tell you. Men would sooner put the realm to the torch than see a woman ascend the Iron Throne. And your father is no fool.
Does the small council have a particular lady in mind?
Lord Corlys Balarion has offered the hand of his daughter.
A very strong match, Your Grace. I'm sure that she is good and kind, and that she will enjoy your company, as I have, Your Grace.
I really want to understand her character. She seems that she suffers from anxiety. It explains her fiddling with her fingernails. But it does look to me that she kind of enjoys his company a bit. Yes, she's forced to be here, but She knows what she's doing, something like that.
I asked the stonemasons to mend it.
This is a very kind gesture, Alicent.
It is the pleasure of Daemon Targaryen, the Prince of Dragonstone and rightful heir to the Iron Throne,
Daemon!
to announce that he is to take a second wife in the tradition of Old Valyria.
Oh, is
Her
that
Grace
right?
is with child, and is to have a dragon's egg placed in the babe's cradle.
Daemon really knows how to provoke people.
Scorio dromon Daemon leitas.
Her brother?
I will go to Dragonstone and drag Daemon back to face justice
Your
myself.
Grace. My apologies, Your Grace, but I cannot allow it. It's too dangerous. Let me go to Dragonstone.
Sure, you're only gonna make it worse, Otto.
You're the most comely girl at court. Why do you destroy yourself?
Because of you.
Will you see the king tonight?
If you wish it.
I'll go. Dude, Dragonstone!
Welcome to Dragonstone, Otto.
Your occupation of this island is at an end. You're to relinquish the dragon's egg and leave Dragonstone by order of His Grace King Viserys.
Where is the king? I don't see him.
He wanted his
Grace
brother
would
to
never
come.
lower himself to entertain such a mummer's farce.
Liar. He wanted to come, but you prevented it.
Sir Crispin, wasn't it?
Sir Criston Cole, my prince.
Ah, yes, apologies. I couldn't recall.
Perhaps my prince recalls when I knocked him off his horse.
Very good.
I was entertained by him, okay?
Lady Mysaria is to be my wife.
This is an abomination. With every breath you soil your name, your house, and your brother's reign.
Our love does not know titles and traditions. You've come for the egg.
Take it.
Here it is.
To choose violence here is to declare war against your king.
Wonderful.
Mother.
The sound of his dragon arriving, it sounds like a missile, something about to hit. Did Otto forget that Daemon has a f***ing dragon, or is he willing to risk it just to prove a point? Another dragon.
What are you doing here, Princess?
Preventing bloodshed.
Sir Criston, please escort the princess to safety.
Take care not to startle Syrax, my lords. She's rather protective of me. Kesu ugleisa, luon zombaz mi anuron isa. Kepus?
Ia sila vosse euro daor.
Vedroso dari ohi ikida.
Indrari onorion daor. Tubi maneri, Nike de Niklas.
Siculat.
Razilari Tubi.
She's not even pregnant? What the hell, David? He's totally making a fuss. Seriously, just
I'm
like...
right here, Uncle. The object of your ire. The reason that you were disinherited. If you wish to be restored as heir, you'll need to kill me. So do it. And be done with all this bother.
Oh wow, Rhaenyra. I think he just respected her here. Her willingness to face things head on. She's like, you could never. Oh, this look he's giving her. I feel like he just realized he made a mistake. Making her the next heir. She's as difficult to handle as Daemon. So his lover is not even pregnant? All this drama just to seek attention? Daemon can be such a teenager.
What if I was to reject Lord Corlys' proposal?
He would not be likely to take it well. I fear nothing short of a direct line to the Iron Throne would satisfy him. Driftmark makes for a better ally than it does an enemy. If you truly want my unencumbered opinion...
I do.
You should wed Lena Velaryon, Your Grace.
You disobeyed me. You fled King's Landing without a word. You are my only heir. You could have been killed. You went to Dragonstone.
And retrieve the egg without bloodshed.
Yeah.
A feat I'm not sure Sir Otto could have accomplished alone.
I sometimes forget how alike you both were. Your mother's absence is a wound that will never heal. Without her, the Red Keeper's lost a warmth, and I dare say it will never recover.
It pleases me to hear you say this. To know that I'm not alone in my grief.
I could never replace your mother. No more than I intend to replace you as heir. But you are my only heir. And our line is vulnerable. I do not wish to make us estranged.
You are the king. And so your first duty is to the realm. Mother would have understood this, just as I do.
I have decided to take a new wife. I intend to marry.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
The Lady Alicent Hightower. Before Spring's End.
This is an absurdity. My house is Valerian, the greatest power in the realm.
And I am your king.
A father marrying the daughter's best friend is not gonna go well. She was okay with him marrying, but like, this is her best friend.
House Velarion's origins reach back to old Valyria, more ancient even than House Targaryen. But unlike the Targaryens, we were no dragon lords.
Oh, okay.
Unlike every other lord of the realm, I can say that I built my house's high seat with the strength of mine own back. I've always thought of you and I as having been made from the same cloth.
Treason. This is treason.
You've heard of the troubles in the Stepstones. I've been petitioning the king to send my navy into the territory, but he's denied me.
It was never my brother's strongest trait.
What?
Being king.
I will not have Driftmark beggared while our king idles himself with feasts and balls and tourneys.
I will speak of my brother as I wish. You will not.
It says a lot about his character, just saying.
We are the realm's second sons, Daemon. Our worth is not given.
Taken.
It must be made.
Grayscale? I always speak of my brothers, I wish you were not. Great line. Love the delivery. So simple, but it shows so much about Daemon, you know? I love the dialogue at the end between Lord Corlys and Daemon when he said, wait a minute, I built my house's high seat with the strength of my own back. Felt this, really felt it. Like, if you had to go and seize what you wanted from life, it resonates. Like, to hell with wishing, let's go and take it. So, House Velaryon is originated from Old Valyria. Not sure if they came to Westeros first or the Targaryens came to Westeros first, but they weren't dragon lords like Targaryens, so get that. The actor that played Corlys, love his deep voice. He has this powerful, commanding vocals, and which can make you listen and obey his command for some reason. He has this powerful presence. The scene was so well done, how they flashed the crab feeder in the background, and like the amazing dialogue between Daemon and Corlys. Viserys decided to marry Alicent. Almost everyone encouraged him to marry Laena. Medieval or modern, there are some certain lines we shouldn't cross. Don't date your best friend's ex. Don't date your best friend's sibling. And don't marry your daughter's best friend. Seriously. Poor Rhaenyra, she understood what her father had to do, that he is the king, he has duties as well. He's supposed to secure his line by making more heirs. They both understood that duty calls, though they're still grieving the loss of his wife, and she's still grieving the loss of her mother. But Rhaenyra understood that it's time for him to take a new wife, who will become his stepmother. But poor thing, she thought that he's gonna marry Laena. When they had dinner, he could have told her that he had decided to marry Alicent. She understood that he had to remarry. And while she certainly would have still been upset, at least she wouldn't be blindsided by the announcement. Like she was betrayed by the two most important people in her life. Earlier, Viserys warned Alicent to not tell Rhaenyra about their meetings, but also I think it ties into who is Viserys as a person. He feels like he is indecisive when it comes to uncomfortable situations, like the Stepstones conflict, and doesn't like confronting them, even though it would assuage a lot of the damage done. So yeah, for Alicent, I don't think she had no idea that this would happen. I don't think she was oblivious. She knew what she was doing. She knows what her father wants, and her father seems to just insinuate things for her. You could argue that she could have stayed distant so that the king rejects her, and that on the contrary, she did everything and more to be chosen. But also I don't blame her because I think she has little to none say in how all of this would have went. Yes, she should have been honest and open with Rhaenyra, in regards of what she's being forced to do by her father, but I don't fault her for having no choice but to do as her father wishes, whether she truly wanted or not, because for some reason I feel like she does enjoy Viserys' company. Maybe for a bit, I don't know. You can't deny how anxious this whole thing makes her feel, and it's shown with her picking at her fingernails and stuff. So this was Otto's plan, giving Queen Emma's history with childbirth. I bet that the Hand was keeping Daemon away so he could foster hate between him and Viserys. He knew that Daemon wanted to be Hand, but he wished to hold this position. That way he could, wait till Emma dies in childbirth, hopefully without a male heir. Then he could have his daughter Alicent seduce Viserys and marry into the royal family. He had Viserys name Rhaenyra as heir just to buy time. Viserys marries Alicent and hopefully she gives him a male heir. And if a living son was birthed by his daughter, his grandson will become the heir by default. And Alicent is young enough, even if she doesn't succeed at giving a male heir, Viserys will stay married and keep trying with Alicent. So, this is all part of Otto's plan to secure his family's position on the throne. This man really thinks way ahead, seriously. Him not allowing Viserys to go to talk to Daemon and go in there himself. Otto was probably trying to start conflicts between brothers, so if things go south, Daemon would be banished or executed for, an open rebellion, thus eliminated from the succession line. I feel like it was a risky move considering the hate Daemon regards towards him, but a calculated one. And when Rhaenyra went on her way to take matters with her own hands, I think Otto realized that Daemon is no longer the only problem that he has to face. That Daemon is not the only stone in his path to achieve his goals. Like, she's not someone easily manipulated like Viserys, but like, this show makes the Targaryen dynasty look so much more majestic and civilized than the Baratheon Lannister rule in Game of Thrones. And I'm guessing this is because this was when the Targaryens were at their peak. So obviously there was some extent of peace and prosperity. But I love how they're showing the difference. The scene between the queen who never was, something like that, and Rhaenyra had mixed feelings about it. It felt like maybe she felt sympathy that Rhaenyra is having to face the same difficulties that she had to face, thinking that maybe she's gonna end up just like her, replaced by a male heir. Also, I think she feels a bit jealous of the possibility of Rhaenyra succeeding at being the first female ruler of Westeros. And some of the things she said sounded more or less like an advice, because she needs to do everything to secure her line. And if Viserys really doesn't wish to replace her, even if he does, get a male heir in the future, and if he's not a fool like she said, and that he knows that people will riot against it, he does need to do everything to ensure that her succession will go on smoothly. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see how this plays out. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed my reaction, and see you in the next video.